Authentic. Good day, fellow Jersey nerds. Welcome to episode 3 of Fake or Authentic. I'm your host, Ryan, and this is the podcast where I make up statements, but it's up to our co-host to determine whether or not those statements are fake or authentic. And speaking of our co-hosts, here they come right now. Beepo, what's going on, man?
Just about to fake or authenticate, Ryan. How about you?
I love it. What jersey are you wearing for tonight's fake or authentic?
I've got on my 2017 St. Louis Blues Winter Classic jersey, purchased for me on a clearance deal at the arena by none other than our Justin.
Tiny little man, and Justin's
thank you again for that.
Yeah, Justin's on fake or authentic.
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on, Justin?
Well, not buying any jerseys for anyone today. Stuck in the apartment recording a podcast, but there's certainly worse places to be.
And what's your jersey for fake or authentic tonight?
Yeah, we are wearing a jersey that is equally ugly as a fake or an authentic. We're rocking the Buffalo Sabres Turd Burger.
Fake or authentic, the Turd Burger is the unofficial HJC staff member uniform.
I don't think you need to specify that it's the Buffalo Sabres there.
I hate that Buffalo Bills Turd Burger, man.
And rounding out the group is Sean. What's going on?
Well, I'm doing my best Corey impression, wearing a Habs jersey right now, the 2017 NHL 100 jersey. I personally love this jersey. I have no real feelings about the Habs, but I love this jersey. I usually only look at the left arm because that's all the 70s championships. I don't look at these ones because they're all the ones that they won when they got all the Quebec guys. But these ones were fairly earned, the ones on the left arm. Also, if Corey's listening to this, I'd just like to remind you that when you listen to this, the Chiefs will probably have beaten the Patriots and be on their way to the Super Bowl. So I was right about that. And for those of you...
Is Corey a Patriots fan too?
Yes.
Corey,
Why is this guy on the block?
For those who don't know, obviously
Yeah,
Corey, HJC staff member, and unfortunate allegiances, but whatever. We still keep him on staff.
We keep him on staff
For now.
For now.
We'll keep him on as long as the jersey reviews keep coming, and he keeps that massive jersey closet fully stocked and customized and all that junk. But yeah, I know Ryan doesn't like this jersey. I call this jersey a stain magnet because I look at this and I think you are one Dr. Pepper bubble away from an unsightly stain on this. Like really, Montreal? Like, how did you wear this outside and not get it stained? Like, Anthony Emmy must have worn a plastic suit like he was Patrick Bateman or something.
Oh, man. It is a terrible jersey, and it's a terrible team, and I hate you for wearing it, legitimately.
It's a mediocre team and a great jersey that I wish they'd wear again because I really like it. And it's better than Ottawa because Ottawa is stinky, and they suck, and I hate them. And Montreal, I don't.
Well, that's good.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, we've all talked about what we're wearing. How about you talk about what you're wearing today?
I am wearing a lovely plain black hoodie that I got at a special...
Jess loves it.
that I got at a special discount rate from work. The key feature here is the skate lace, the hockey skate lace tie-up collar. It also comes with a hood.
Tie-down.
Oh, that was a whole debate this past week on our own staff member chat. So the debate came up that I was calling something a tie-down, and we had some people who thought I was talking about the laces on a jersey because that, in their mind, was the only thing that you could tie. So that's what they thought I was talking about. But tie-downs is actually a term for the fight strap on the back of the jerseys because back in the day, I think even before they were mandated, they were actually loops of fabric with a tie, a string on the end. And so that's where it got the name tie-down from. But, yeah, I mean, that's a future fake or authentic question, I think.
Now, here's the funny thing. Post this debate, I was listening to one of our podcasts from last week, and I believe it was Ryan started referring to the collared laces as tie-downs. I could be wrong. It might not have been Ryan, but somebody did.
Might have been me. Just to come down to your guys' level.
Converting him. Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
You're
He's trying to be hip with the kids.
All right.
Tie downs in Fortnite, man. That's good shit.
Hey guys, we're going to be doing this podcast epic style. We sure are going to be poning those people listening to other podcasts.
All right, we're all here, and if this thing's going to go off the rails, we got to get into the questions and get off the rails that way. So let's get started with our fake or authentic. Fake or authentic number 1, it has become completely acceptable to get a number 00 gritty Flyers jersey, but not any other mascot's jersey. Sean, fake or authentic?
Absolutely fake, but it's no fault of you. It's not a jersey foul. It's just why would you want to spend the money? You know, it's expensive to do that. Like back in the CCM days. Oh God, that'd be like $120. Go for it. Fine. $120 wouldn't even get you a blank jersey these days. And I get it. The Flyers have some really crappy players right now, and they're a terrible team, and half the podcast hates them. But on the other hand, what other mascots you can get in the back of your jersey include, and then there's Carlton the Bear. You could get him on the jersey. And when you find yourself down on Jane and Finch in Toronto, as you will in a Carlton Bears jersey, and get yourself shanked, as you will, at that same Petro-Canada everybody gets shanked at, down on Jane and Finch, have fun.
Hey, I work by Jane and Finch. You leave that area alone.
He's the guy who shanks everyone.
Ryan shanks people in Carlton Bear jerseys, but
so I need the black hoodie, man.
The OPP, the OPP thanks him for it, and Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment gave him a skybox once for it.
All right, that's probably enough Toronto-centric references for one podcast. Let's go to Beepo. Fake or authentic, it's become completely acceptable to get a number 00 gritty Flyers jersey, but not any other mascot.
I'm going to say authentic, mainly in the sense that I don't think it's really unacceptable to get a jersey of any mascot as long as they actually wear the jersey. I think there's no reason to. I think it's stupid. But if they wear the jersey, I don't think it's a foul. And I don't really think having a gritty one is any different than having any other mascot. Maybe you just love the mascot for some reason.
Gritty might be the best mascot in the NHL. I know that's hard for you to accept or even fathom, but he may be.
I think he's the most recognizable. We can debate later whether that means he's the best or not.
Fair enough.
It's also debatable whether he's the best because he's good or the best in an ironic way, kind of like a lot of people nowadays.
Fair enough. All right, Justin. Fake or authentic, getting a number 00 gritty Flyers jersey is acceptable, but not any other mascot.
Yeah, I'm going to say fake. Same reason as Beeple. I think it's perfectly fine to get any mascot jersey. I remember I actually thought about it a couple months ago. There was a guy selling an authentic early 2000s Devils jersey, and it had, for whatever reason, had number 00 on it. It didn't have a nameplate, so I was thinking, pick it up for cheap and customize it and make an NJ Devil jersey. It's weird. I think it pushes Sean's trend of getting lesser known players on a jersey and takes it a step farther. For me, a jersey foul was only if that jersey never existed or kind of never saw foot on NHL ice. And a lot of mascots do find themselves onto the ice. So I think it's definitely out there, but it's just as legitimate. I was actually kind of funny story not really a story, but just kind of coincidence going along with this. I was actually talking to my dad the other day, and we were talking about hockey jerseys and the fact that I have a very definitely healthy habit of collecting them. And I was saying, you know what? It would be really cool to get a game-worn mascot jersey. Like, those things are just, like, stupid huge. Like, it'd be fantastic to just have on your man cave wall just a big-ass Victory Green Stars jersey. Like, just incredible. Like, and if you want to start a conversation of something in your house, I don't think there's anything better.
And the mascot's head up on your wall on a wooden plaque, too.
Of course. Like a dead deer or whatever, above your fireplace.
Yeah.
Just the entire taxidermied mascot.
The entire thing. Instead of a Christmas tree, you just have a naked Victory Green that you put ornaments on.
Oh, man, that's so good. All right, fake or authentic number 2. I'd rather have all of the All-Star Game jerseys since 2008. So that's the game in Atlanta. I'd rather have all of the All-Star Game jerseys since 2008 rather than all of the outdoor game jerseys since 2008. Sean, fake or authentic?
Oh, 100% fake here because 2008, 2002, 2001 are my favorite All-Star Game jerseys. So you're getting none of those. You get 2011 and 12, which I love, but that's 2. So, okay, but all the Winter Classic jerseys, are we counting all outdoor here?
Anything outdoor since 2008.
That's all outdoor. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Montreal's Winter Classic, Boston's second Winter Classic, the Rangers' second Winter Classic jersey, Toronto's Winter Classic jersey, Toronto's Centennial and Stadium Series. So that outnumbers it. Okay.
And Winter Classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We can keep going like Jets, Heritage Classic.
I didn't even think about the Heritage Classic.
Calgary's Heritage Classic, Ottawa's Winter Heritage Classic, the Penguins, Blackhawks, Kings Stadium Series jerseys.
So
the first ones.
They're all better.
All of the 2016 ones.
Better than all.
These are just better than anything. And I'm supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, but I got the black and white. Wait, do you get all 62 Parsley
jerseys?
You
get a Parsley jersey, man.
Oh, you get all 62 Parsley jerseys? Oh, man. For those of you who don't know, I don't know how Parley, Perrier, Parsley, the stupid, how that's pronounced. And I can't be bothered because I don't deal with hipsters who focus on that stuff. So I refer to it as the Parsley jerseys because, for all I know, the jerseys are made out of parsley, which is why they're black because they're rotten. See, the jerseys are green.
Black.
The 2020 Adidas All-Star jerseys, this time made from actual parsley, and they're all
the Parley, Parsley, Parsnip, Perrier blend. Like
all of these are green. It's perfect.
Like, just imagine getting all those rare Stadium Series early jerseys, like all those ones that are now worth combined. If you had every 2014 Stadium Series jersey, you know how much money you'd have?
I don't know.
A lot.
Are we at that point
honestly,
yet? Where those
I feel like the 2017 jerseys are harder to find, honestly.
2017 was
Flyers,
Penguins.
Yellow
find the Flyers. You can find the Flyers one pretty easily, but I'm talking about, think about the last time you saw an LA 2014 Stadium Series jersey for under $300. The Rangers.
I can't even think about the last time I've seen one for over $300 or under $300.
I can at least remember it. That's the thing. I can at least, like, you're right now, but there was a time when they were on clearance for $100 versus you can still get a Johnny Gaudreau or a Sidney Crosby All-Star jersey from 2017 for $120 on NHL Shop right now, or from Lids.
Hard pass.
So they're available.
High quality.
All right, Beepo, fake or authentic?
I love jerseys that are crumpled up in a box.
Beepo, fake or authentic? Rather have all of the All-Star Game jerseys since 2008 over the outdoor game jerseys.
Completely fake again. I was going to say, for one point would be that you would get more jerseys if you chose the outdoor games. But forgetting about the whole 62 Parmesan jerseys, I kind of forgot that there was a whole 62 of those. So I guess that point doesn't really stand anymore. But either way, the outdoor game jerseys are just so much better looking for the most part. I mean, I think 2017 is the only one that could even become close to competing with some of these All-Star game or outdoor jerseys. And just in my collection now, I own several. I own the Sabres 2018 Winter Classic, the Blackhawks 2019 one, the one that I'm wearing now, the St. Louis 2017 one. I own a Penguin Stadium Series, both of their Winter Classics. I want the Penguins new Stadium Series. I just own a lot of outdoor jerseys. 2015 Capitals Winter Classic. I might be forgetting one here or there, but they're just so much better looking in general that I would easily take those over the All-Star Game jerseys.
How about you, Justin? Fake or authentic?
Yeah, I'm fake as well. Didn't even think about what I had in my collection when Beepo started mentioning. Yeah, I got the original Penguins Stadium Series, both of the Penguins authentics actually, both the Penguins Winter Classics. I've got a Maple Leafs Winter Classic since I was actually able to go to that game, which was really exciting. But yeah, honestly, I own 0 All-Star Game jerseys. I honestly would say go modify the statement even. Change it to All-Star Game jerseys versus Winter Classic. Change it to All-Star Game jerseys versus Stadium Series. Change it to even All-Star Game jerseys versus Heritage Classic. I think I would take whatever outdoor sub-segment you want to give me over the All-Star Game jerseys. Like Sean was saying, like Heritage Classic alone, you have the Vancouver Millionaires, you have the old maroon and gold Calgary. You have the orange Oilers. You have the Jets heritage. So that's enough right there for the heritage. For Stadium Series, you have honestly just give me the Penguins 2017 Stadium Series and I'd be happy. Like I've been looking for one of those forever. So even if you gave me none of the other Stadium Series, I'd probably take just that one alone over the All-Star Game jerseys. And then Winter Classic, like there is so many beauties. Like honestly, I'm not even going to bother listing them because like any of them I would be so beyond happy to have in my collection beyond like the original Flyers one that is just their away at this point. But pretty much anything other than that, like I would love as a gift. And I would love even as a purchase even. So yeah, outdoor games are really the coolest part of jerseys for me. The one-offs that you really don't see often, and they usually take a shot that you don't see primary jerseys do. So that's something that I'm starting to collect is now that I've beefed up my Penguins collection is looking at specialty jerseys from other teams. So definitely I'd much rather have all the outdoor game jerseys than All-Star for sure.
All right, let's get to Fake or Authentic number 3. And surprisingly, this came from our group chat here amongst HJC staffers. I was looking for questions for this week's episode, and someone I want to say it was TC, but I can't say for certain. Piped up.
It sounds like a TC question.
This
How did I gloss over this?
This question will sound like a TC question. Here we go. Let's just get it out there and deal with it because it's kind of a fantastic question. And this is pretty much a would you rather, but we phrased it into fake or authentic. Fake or authentic? I would rather be voluntarily smacked in the face repeatedly by the commissioner's Arizona hard-on than be teabagged while passed out by Phil Kessel. Sean, fake or authentic?
I'm going to take the teabag on that. On the other, because the problem is as much as I love the great state of Arizona, and I really do, the commissioner, I think, has a problem with that. And I don't have time to wait around for him to go get little blue pills, and I don't have time for him to say, it's cold out, you got to shut the window. And on the other hand, I get teabagged by Phil Kessel, and I'm passed out after cheering so loud because the Jets just won the Stanley Cup. I don't know.
So Kessel teabags you out of anger? Like it's not just a gentle, like quick snap a picture.
The Jets are winning, so this is like 2040 by now. So Kessel's been traded to them at this point.
2018, and so it's 2019, I should say.
2018.
The Jets to win the cup. And, Phil Kessel does this, and I wake up and I just say, why does it smell like mustard and ballsack? Versus Bettman, I have to then
as
go
you
home.
typically do when you wake up.
Sometimes you do wake up and ask questions like that. Other times you
that's
wake
my
up,
first question.
It's not above the threshold of reasonable thought.
Hey, what's the mustard?
And ballsack in the morning.
First of all, most of Lower Hoboken and Manhattan just smells like that. You can ask Phil about that, but parts of New York just smell of ballsack and mustard. In fact, one of the reasons why Seinfeld lasted so long was because they had to stop filming because Jason Alexander was getting sick off of the smell of mustard and ballsack. Fun fact.
Completely authentic on that statement. All right, people, let's go to you. Fake or authentic? I would rather be voluntarily smacked in the face repeatedly by the commissioner's Arizona hard-on than be teabagged while passed out by Phil Kessel?
I mean, I'm completely fake either way, but for a couple reasons. But for one, do I get to see Phil Kessel at all when I'm not passed out?
No.
No, not while teabagging you.
Well, either way, it would be just an honor to be even in the presence of a man like that. As you guys know, I'm a Pens fan, so I love Phil Kessel, of course. But on the other hand, I'm passed out. I don't realize it's happening to me until after. And unless somebody told me, I might not even know it ever happened. Unless, again, I smell mustard and ball sack. But,
no, Ryan's there in the background videotaping for sure.
Someone's going to try and shame you and send you a photo or a video. It would need to be a video because I picture.
No,
that'll be part of the that'll be part of the $89.95 video version of the next podcast. We'll have Beepo on there.
You know what? I'm gonna take a step further. It ain't a hot dog. It's brine and Vienna sausage.
And
like Phil's on a bender right now, and he's just got a full Winnie the Pooh hand stuck in a honey jar type thing, but it's Vienna sausages. And the brine is just going all over the place. So you wake up, you're like, what do I smell like? Dollarama meat and salt.
And 2-time Stanley Cup champion ballsack.
And 2-time Stanley Cup champion ballsack. Exactly.
All right, so which one did you land on, Beepo? You can't sit on the fence here. You're either getting smacked with an Arizona hard-on.
I'm completely fake. I'm going Phil Kessel on this one.
All right, you're taking the teabagging. Just out of fandom, you're taking the teabagging.
Yeah, but I mean, even if it wasn't Phil Kessel, I'd still probably take it because I'm at least passed out at that point. I'm not aware of it until afterwards.
There might be some bruising, though. It'd be like a rough teabagging.
Can I have a blindfold if it's Bettman?
No, you got to look up at him and think.
Bettman gets the blindfold.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
He's just out there swinging
for the fences. All
like a fucking pinata, man.
Justin, fake or authentic?
Yeah, Ryan actually made my point for me, and this is fake because it is a 2-time Stanley Cup champion teabag. Like, that's not your granddaddy's teabag. Like, that is cream of the crop right there. So honestly, you go for that. And like Beepo said, you're passed out. You couldn't give two shits. So if you smell a little Phil Kessel residue, you smell a little Phil Kessel residue, and you count yourself lucky to be in presence of such a man. Whereas you don't want that hobgoblin of an NHL commissioner. You don't want any of that memory sitting around for too long.
He'd be doing karate with his dick, just waff, waff, waff.
Okay, if he's making karate noises, that might change it for me. I might be into that.
But first, he's got to go through the Arizona Coyotes media guide and get it up. Oh yeah, that's good. Where are you playing? That's right, Arizona.
That ghost logo on the All-Star game jersey. Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, he does it at the draft. When the crowd's booing him.
No. You're under the podium, man. He goes up there to announce that we got a trade to announce, and you're just there hiding under the podium.
Wax it across the face. How about this crowd in Chicago? What's he doing down there? I don't know. Just like he's taking his frustration out the fact that he gets booed. He got booed in Vegas, for God's sake.
What are you doing? Settling my bets. All right, fake or authentic? Here we go. Fake or authentic, it would not deter me from getting player numbers on the back of my jerseys if they were accompanied by a small NHLPA logo on the back hem. Now, this comes from the picture of UC or Pecorine, pardon me, and who's the other? I'm blanking.
Roman Josi.
Roman Josi. Yeah, Roman Josi.
Josie.
So on the
Josie, as Don Cherry would like to call him.
Yeah, Josie.
Roman Josi.
So on the back of the All-Star Game jerseys, they have the NHLPA logo, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So if that was a regular thing, it would not deter me from getting numbers on my player jerseys. Sean, fake or authentic?
Completely fake, and I don't even get my jerseys customized through the NHL anymore. They do a mediocre job at best, and oftentimes things are off. So I'd go to a source who wouldn't do that. and who doesn't charge me ridiculous rates for existing in a country called Canada? And frankly, who doesn't hate my guts for it? And overall, there are enough sources who wouldn't do that at this point. There are enough people you can go to. We've talked about them a billion times. I'm not going to talk about them, but they do good work. And, just find your local jersey guys and be like, hey, stitch this. And they'll be like, okay. If you're already buying that single layer, especially on the Premier, it's not as bad on the Adidas, but on the Premier, that single layer printed number that wipes out in the wash, at that point, it's just like putting a raisin in a turd, Like, you're just taking a bad thing and marginally making it worse in a way, but you're also just adding some texture.
All right, Beepo, fake or authentic, it would not deter me from getting player numbers on my jerseys if they were accompanied by a small NHLPA logo on the back hem.
Now, as you've said, this question is based off of the partridge jerseys that we have there, but are on those ones, is the NHLPA logo on the game used, or like on the gamers, or is it just on the retail?
Don't know yet. The jerseys that PK Subban handed his teammates had the NHLPA logo, but don't know if that.
And the Rene one was definitely goalie cut, so I'd assume it's a gamer.
There you go.
But
now this question does depend on whether or not it's worn in a game. If that logo is on the jersey in a game, it's not really going to deter me from getting it, because if that's how it was in the game, then I can at least say, that was how it was in the game.
No, so it's based on what if this became a thing. Like if you get a NHLPA member's name on the back of your jersey, they got to put that little patch on the back hem.
Even if it's not like that in a game.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, if it's not like that in a game, then it definitely would deter me. Like Sean said, I would just buy a blank and get it done elsewhere. But if it's like that in the game, then I wouldn't really care about having that little logo there. So I guess for the most part, my answer is authentic, right?
You'd be more fake. You'd be leaning more fake because it would deter you. You'd find
deter you, yeah.
You'd find your own method.
Wait, I thought the statement was that it. Oh, never mind. It's that it would not deter me. Never mind.
Welcome to the show, Beepo.
Literacy.
All right, Justin.
Look, I have the layout on my screen. I have Skype taking up part of my screen and the layout taking the other one. And the layout's getting kind of cut off by the left hand of my screen. So all I see is me from getting player numbers and so on.
And what percentage of the screen does Cunt Wars have?
Oh my god!
I've got 100% of my screen, but my second screen. I move over to that one afterwards.
Oh, you see after hours.
All right, Justin, fake or authentic on this one?
Yeah, so I kind of took this reading it the first time as not only would this be like getting it from the NHL shop that would have it, but like if there was physically no possible way to get a jersey customized other than to have this logo on the hem. So in that sense, I would say authentic. And this kind of comes from the same vein as buying a Reebok Premier jersey. There is no way to buy a Reebok Premier jersey from retail that doesn't have the jock tag on it. But as our jersey aficionados know, it is not too difficult to strip the crap out of that jock tag and make it like it never existed. So for me, this is a very similar approach, I would say. Even the Adidas button that everyone was freaking out about, this is going to be so much more difficult to get off. It's not any more difficult. So I can't imagine it being too different. So I would say I would be perfectly fine buying a customized jersey somewhere and just taking it on myself to take the 2 minutes when I get the jersey to get that NHLPA logo off there. So yeah, definitely wouldn't really impact me at all.
And now it's my understanding that Adidas button isn't on these jerseys anymore. I believe it's gone.
Yeah, they took it off for this new season. They took off the Adidas button, and now size 46 jerseys. Very happy tiny little man over here. Size 46 jerseys now have the actual adult cresting instead of the teeny little baby shoulder patches that you need a microscope to even begin to read the word Boston on.
Thank goodness. That's just a smart decision. All right, the next fake or authentic statement. Fake or authentic, I'd rather be known for designing a historically terrible jersey than never receiving any credit at all for designing a classic jersey. Sean, fake or authentic?
100% authentic. I want to be the guy who gets dragged up on like something on NHL Network during the summer, like they did it with the Motorists, where all like they drag Bill Guerin and Marty Turco and those guys up, and it's like, so what do you think of the Motorists? And Marty Turco won't even talk about it. I want to be the guy who has to go up there and want to be like, so how did it feel wearing that piece of crap I designed? How did it feel? How did it feel having to take, like, just imagine that Chicago Blackhawks yellow starter thing, like you designed that and the team wore it in the 90s, and you have to go up to Kyle Calder or like Steve Vandenbush or Steve Passmore and just be like, how did it feel wearing that, you sack of shit? Like, how did it feel getting 71 points in a year and you had to dress up for 8 games like that? I did that on purpose. Like, I can imagine, and I'd really like to, when they present the jersey, I'd like to be the guy who goes in there and, you see, I don't know, who else is on it, like, Michael Layton picks up the red jersey and you look at him and you go, put the jersey down. Home jerseys are for winners. But then he picks, I think his smile, his optimism gone as he picks up his yellow mess and he puts it on, and it's like, smile, you're presenting my brand. Just go full Glenn Ross on this thing. You know what I mean? Like, really milk it for what it's worth.
All right, Beepo. Fake or authentic? I'd rather be known for designing a historically terrible jersey than never receiving any credit for designing a classic jersey.
I have one thing to ask you for clarification on first. Is this a jersey that I knew is terrible from the beginning, or is this a jersey that I think looks good that everybody else thinks is terrible?
Good question. You designed it.
I think you knew.
Yeah, you would have to know. You started out the process of trying to design a good jersey, but your team, there's just too many cooks in the kitchen. But you're the lead on the team, and so in the end, you got to give the final stamp of approval, and what has come out is not exceptional, and you know it.
Not exceptional.
Is it also ironically bad, or just bad?
Good question again, man.
Edmonton Oilers 2007. Edmonton Oilers 2007 home bad.
No,
not
way
like,
bad, man.
Yeah, not like fun bad. Not like in 10 years people will love this. Not Turdberger bad. Not Fisherman bad. Like
not bad.
Anaheim Ducks original Edge jersey bad.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect example. Yeah. It started off as a good idea, but it's bad.
It ages so poorly.
If that's the case, I'm going to have to go for the classic, because even though I might be the only one that knows it, I don't know if in this situation, I'm not going to ask for another clarification, but I don't know if in this situation, if I tell somebody that I did it, if they're just going to say, no, you fucking didn't. If I don't even care about that, I would be happy knowing in my own head that I designed that and everybody loves it, even if I can't tell anybody, rather than a terrible jersey comes out and me being like, hey, I designed that. And they're just like, why?
Boo!
What is wrong with you? If it was ironically bad, and then maybe I would be more willing to own up to it. Or if it was something that I thought was good, then I would be able to defend it and at least give my point of view. But if it's just in the situation that we have laid out, I'm going classic all day. So, fake, right?
Yeah, you're fake.
Yeah. Yes.
How about you, Justin? Fake or
my
authentic?
mind goes into this option versus that option rather than wait. Which state was the original question?
Beepo has to unprocess it into would you rather, get his answer, and then reprocess it into fake or authentic.
He's got some steps. I would say. Go ahead.
No, he's out of things to say.
Canadian stand-up. All right. Honestly, until Sean started talking, I was gonna go. Let's see. I'm beeping it here. I gotta break this down. I was gonna say fake, but Sean hooked me on this whole power trip thing of being able to say, you know what, I came up with this jersey and you said it was okay, and now it's shit. I knew it was shit, and I gave you shit, but convinced you it was good. Like, it reminds me of I remember when FC Cincinnati came out with their MLS logo, which isn't a bad logo. But we were having some fun on the premium HJC Slack channel talking about just the marketing speak that they came up with. Like even the tail of the lion was inspired by Cincinnati, and the font they used showed how hardworking their citizens were. Like, could you imagine like coming up with a turd burger and just marketing speaking your way into getting that jersey put on Steve Ott? Like, just the power associated, that would be fantastic. Like, yes, it's yellow on the front because Buffalo, it looks like piss, and it's blue on the back because we're blue collar, and like, it's just great. Like,
take that Flyers jersey you were thinking about, like the script one. It goes like this: every letter stands for something. The F stands for "fuck you," a phrase often used in Philadelphia to say hello. The A stands for "hey jackass, you're on my lawn," another common phrase heard in Philadelphia. The I stands for indecent exposure, something 80% of Philadelphia residents are known for after Eagles games. The two L's stand for the Philadelphia's 2 Stanley Cups, and the other times we tried to get there and lost. And the Y stands for, why the hell did we design this piece of shit?
I also love that we just spelled. I love the way we just spelled Philly FH.
Yep.
Yeah,
because that is incredibly Philadelphia. It's beautiful. In fact, I am going to make that. I'm going to make that concept now. I'm going to spell it FH. Philly. It's going to look exactly like their current.
There you go. Actually, you know what? It should. You're right. It should say the PH stands for fuck you. You know,
that's not the way you spell fuck either.
That's how Philadelphians say hello and good morning.
Oh man, that's so good. I mean, and you got to have the branding ideas there as well, and presented in a infographic.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The font is angled and jagged, just like our citizens.
Never. Yeah. All right, fake or authentic. Here's our last fake or authentic. Fake or authentic. I would lick an NHL player's armpits after a game to get his game-worn jersey. Sean, fake or authentic?
Now, you put in this third-line center, correct?
He's a third-line center, yeah. If he has a really good season...
But that's like Nazem Kadri, so that's pretty good.
Okay, well,
I'm thinking vintage. I'm thinking old school guys I remember. So, 2003, 2004 Maple Leafs. That would have been... Reichel?
Robert Reichel, yes.
In a heartbeat, I would lick Robert Reichel's armpit.
That's a good armpit right there.
That's a good check armpit right now. In all seriousness, Robert Reichel, fair player. If I liked the player enough, of course I would.
What if Robert Reichel wasn't aware of this deal, and you're just chasing him around the dressing room, being like, "Give me those armpits"?
You're just hiding in his locker after the game.
Pat Quinn said I could do this. Damn it.
You just have a fake microphone. You're just sitting there in the media scrum, and then you suddenly inch closer to him from behind.
You know, but I feel like it's like if you're getting just like some schlum, you know, they have to either be memorably good, memorably bad, or have a fun name. It's like Francois Beauchemin any day.
Dude, RJ Umberger armpit, like,
Oh,
that's what you want.
Like a cheesesteak, whiz, you know, delicious.
Oh man, whatever. Like, let's look at the 2000. I don't know. Let's look at the 2005 or 2006 Leafs, and that third line center is like John Pohl, which is not a record.
Oh yes.
Oh, lick that pole, man.
John Pohl armpit.
Treat it like Christmas Story and lick that pole.
It's like I have my hands are rubbing together. You know, I'm like nobody's gonna remember you in a year. Or geez, Andy Wozniewski.
Andy, he was a defenseman, but yeah, a sixth defenseman.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Andy Wozniewski.
He might have. Chris Newbury. There we go.
Noobs. Well, he had it somewhat like people in New York would know him too. So,
dude, what about like backup goaltender? Like I would lick the hell of a tug nut armpit. Dude, Ron Tugnutt.
Everybody wants a tug nut armpit.
Well, he's sitting on the bench to try and sneak up behind him.
You just pretend to be Pierre Maguire. Just lean in real close for an interview and just go for it.
It's just how Pierre Maguire says hello.
And you'd really
the PH is for Pierre.
All right. Beepo, fake or authentic?
Well, I can't remember if we were recording earlier when we were talking about Derek Brassard, and I said he would come up later. Here it is. Come on, Derek Brassard, get over here. I want to lick your armpit off your jersey.
And it's
I would definitely do it.
It's not
I
just
would
like
debatably do it for any NHLer, not even.
I would do it for Shahan, honestly. Yeah.
I would do it for Garrett Wilson.
How about
Hey.
how about
I don't care,
AHL? If this was AHL,
Oh, give me that sprawn armpit any day.
choose your favorite
Even if it
AHL
was
jersey.
AHL. I would probably do it even for an AHL game used jersey, just because
There's some good AHL jerseys.
I would be able to add a nice game used jersey to my collection either way.
And have a story to go along with it.
Exactly.
All right, Justin, fake or authentic?
That's right there. What Ryan just said, the story. Oh, totally authentic. Could you imagine? You're just talking about this jersey, and then you just draw somebody's attention to the armpit of the jersey. And you say, look, you know what was in this armpit of the jersey? His armpit. You know what was in that armpit? My tongue. No one can top that. Like, you could have a Mario Lemieux, like, game-worn jersey from when he scored 5 goals 5 different ways. That doesn't beat the armpit story. Like, you've got it. You have got the peak game-worn jersey just because of both the jersey and the activity that went along with getting it. Like, you have... Any collector will be impressed by anything you have to say from there on out. You've made it in the jersey collecting universe. You need that armpit jersey. In fact, don't even give me the jersey. Just give me the armpit of the jersey.
And a photo.
Okay, Justin.
Recycle the rest
you
of
have
it,
to
make
lick
the parsley jersey, and give me the armpit.
Justin, you have to lick both of Jeff Wojcicka's armpits, and
Dude.
you get. Hey, there we go.
I think I've told you this. I love Jet Wicca. I remember when he was bopping around in the stars, and me and my brother were just all over him because of his name. So I would do both armpits. I would do the back of both kneecaps too. All the little bendy parts of the body. I am there. Elbows, inside of the elbows. Let's do it.
You know,
just frame the jersey and put on a plaque or a certificate of authenticity. This jersey was acquired on blank date by licking the player's armpit.
No, that's what we do. We do an infographic for the jersey of all the spots you lick the man. Show me on the jersey where the mean man licked you.
Either way, this deal, if it was voluntary, or if you had to force your way in, it would be a tremendous story. Because if it was voluntary, like if this third line center knew you were coming in after the game to lick his armpit to get his jersey, just imagine the things he would do to his armpit. Like,
dude, you go up to Brad Marchand, and he's probably like, "Yeah, this is fair."
Just gets his arms up into the air and is like, "Start licking, boy."
Come and get me.
And then
I wonder if the player knew ahead of time. I wonder if you would get like some players that would intentionally make it even nastier for you, and some that are just nice guys who try to
like cayenne pepper in there or something, just going nuts.
You know what? The guy who I picture doing that, Basil McRae, like he literally has his stick ready in his other hand for when you're done. He lets you lick it. He goes, "You good?" Just takes his stick and right upside the head.
And his name's Basil, so you'd be expecting some sort of flavor there at the beginning.
Maybe this is what happens before Phil Kessel teabags you. Maybe this is the lead-in.
You lick a guy's armpit, he's not expecting it, he knocks you out, in comes Phil Kessel.
Phil Kessel's just there.
Flap.
Okay, Ryan, Vesatoskala armpit.
No, oh God. No, I don't want to do that, and I don't want that jersey, so no.
I don't want gotta get that pajama jersey. It's important.
Just pretend
No,
I'm
you
going
lick
in for...
Vesatoskala's armpit and you get J.S. Jaguar's jersey.
I do that.
Yeah, that might be doable. Now, I don't even know whose armpit you know. Esa Tikkanen from the old Oilers. He seems like a smelly guy. You got to lick his. You got to motorboat his armpits, but you get Gretzky's jersey.
Oh,
how about what if you had to lick like a retired person's armpit now? Like you had to lick like Vladislav Tretiak's like old Segi armpit today to get a game worn of his back when he was a thing.
Yes, I would do it.
You have to lick Red Kelly's armpit.
Oh my!
And you get and you get a signed jersey from every player on the 67 Leafs.
but
red Cully lets you know when you're done.
No, I was going to say Red Kelly's not aware.
My.
Red Kelly's not aware that this is a deal, and now you have to chase an old man around trying to lick his armpits.
Lick his armpit.
Oh,
Come
he's
here,
after
you.
my rings. No, I just want your armpits. That's what they all say. Also, Red Kelly, you want to get on the podcast? We'd be honored
To talk about this.
Bring your armpits.
Great. Definitely Whitka and Red Kelly as our guests on the Fake or Authentic. That'd be.
Oh man, that delightfully went off the rails. That was great. That question went exactly as I wanted it to go. That is Fake or Authentic for this week. That is all our questions that we have.
Unfortunately.
If you ever have any ideas for fake or authentic questions, be sure to send them to us. Podcast at hockeyjerseyconcepts.com. We'd love to hear from you. This is the style of questions that we love. We can have lots of fun with it. Or if you have some legitimate hockey fake or authentics, we'd love to hear those too. Don't forget, across the HJC Jersey Network, on Saturdays you can get Throwback Throwdown, and every Tuesdays the Jersey Nerds podcast comes out, so be sure to check that out. On hockeyjerseyconcepts.com right now, we have the Vancouver Canucks redesign competition going on, and the entries are due January 25th. And we have the Concept of the Week fourth quarter vote going on the side of the page. You got to be logged into a Google account to make that poll appear. I'd like to thank Beepo, Justin, and Sean for being on Fake or Authentic this week. And be sure to like, share, and download all of our podcasts across the HJC Podcast Network. Thank you for listening, and goodbye, everybody.